it's hysterical because I'm sitting down here struggling about how to make videos. And in the back, I hear ding, ding, which means something's trading. But I can relax and not be concerned because I know my rule set is in and I know that the machine is going to do exactly what I told it to. And I have edge. So when I utilize the machine and I duplicate edge, I can sit here and struggle through making videos without any concern. That's a good first video. Hi guys, my name is Dan. I was a CBOE market maker and a NASDAQ market maker. I had the advantage of knowing the screen before I had to learn the floor, but it's a very difficult transition for most people. Screen trading is hard. It is the most competitive business that there is. It's full of people who wake up in the morning with nothing else on their mind except putting the money that's in your account into their account. And it's hard. So because I have edge, and I know that I have edge, it's demonstrable, and I can build a statistically based model on that edge. Looking for a way to apply edge or duplicate myself in the marketplace, very important. One way that I'm able to do that is I can trade price action. For example, break of inside day. For you strat people, 1 scenario, 2-1-2 continuation, 2-1-2 reversal, 1-2-2 rev strat, all in that machine. And I can even set up my exits using the candle magnitude exit, and that would be what is made famous on Twitter as pivot machine gun. I can do all that automatically with about 30 to 40 minutes of prep time in the morning. I can set the machine and let the machine run. I do that on 1 out of the money or 2 out of the money options for the nearest expiration or the one after that. And the P&L spins like the prize wheel on The Price is Right. It's awesome. Okay, so with respect to trading options, quasi-algorithmically with an order management system, one thing that sometimes is troublesome is you have these big fat spreads. Those didn't happen when guys like me were making markets. We had narrow spreads because we wanted the business on our floor, but that's another story. So you have these big wide spreads. Ethan made this feature called work orders where I can cut the market in the middle or peg my buy on the bid, peg my buy in the middle, or I can chase them up into the offer. I would say on 60% of my options trades, there's a measurable savings over buying the offer or hitting the bid. That alone is worth participation. That alone. So once you cut the market and you've got an options position on, most people make an error. Most people kill their winners little to finance their losers. I'll double down. That's the dumbest thing in the world. Kill your losers. Nurture your winners. Treat your winners nicely. And I digress. But what you're supposed to do, if you're one step better, is people trim and trail. So they take a little bit of profit, they move their stop up a little bit. It's okay if you can statistically. That was amazing, but I'm not going to cut that. So if you can do that, if you can trim and trail, you can make money. You can make money consistently over time. But what you're supposed to do is press the shit out of the winners. When you've got the other side on the run, when they're all woo, that's when you press them. You don't let them out. You don't say, oh, let me take my profits. You let them go. You press the profits. So there's a feature that Ethan has been developing, candle magnitude exits. What it does is it allows you to use a pivot, a candle pivot, a recent high or a recent low as your strategy exit. You can modify that by using the average true range where there are no pivots. So when you're in a trend market, it's going up, 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 up. There's nothing to trade against on the other side. No place where the stops are resting. And no, professional market makers do not hunt stops. It is 100% bullshit. We don't care where your orders are. I digress again. So this candle magnitude exits can be used to to create a pivot machine gun. But the right way, the way that I'm trying, the hardest thing in the world, I'm trying, is to take off a little bit at a nice level. I call that truck corn. I'm from the Midwest, a lot of farming here. So truck corn, you fill up the truck, bring the truck into the barn, you full of corn. But the objective is silo corn. You want to fill the silo up. So how do you do that? You press your winners. So candle magnitude exits with the ATR allows me to do that. It allows me to cancel if close on my winners. I'm having so much fun making videos. Woohoo! So, excuse me. On the trading floor, that's a brotherhood. You love those guys. You hate those guys. You fight with them. You eat with them, you party with them, you work with them. It's like a family. And one of the things down there that is important that if it's ever said about you, you remember it. So, and that thing is, if a trader says to somebody else, another group of traders, and in that conversation says, I would back that guy with my last dollar, highest compliment. That's like telling someone with a great dad, hey, you remind me of your dad. So if someone says I would back you with my last dollar, that's a big deal. So why is it important? Your guy Ethan, the primary developer, I would back him with my last dollar. And I intend to. I don't know how we'll work that out, but when his time is spent with less development work and less maintenance work and more trading work, I'll back that guy with my last dollar. So that's a testament to the integrity, to the work ethic, really a 1 in a million guy. So the staff there, the people there who are doing customer service and doing the development are the highest quality people, the highest. And I'd back Ethan with my last dollar. Yeah, initially I was a little bit concerned that the machine hooked to a brokerage firm called Trade. Their business model is to collect order flow through API directed to them that then they disseminate. I'm sure they get money for payment for order flow or they're making a spread somewhere. But I was concerned about that. I checked them out. They're the old Peak 6 guys. Peak 6, one of the premier trading groups on the Chicago floor at the CBOE. Those are quality guys. Very experienced, very highly reputable. They run a great business, and they know the business. And none of my interaction there has been anything but very good. They understand. So my initial concern about, that's a firm I've never heard of, Peak 6, Apex Clearing. Those guys bought that clearing operation from Penson, I think, when Penson had some trouble. But those are the Peak 6 guys, and you don't have any concerns there. So, Trade clears Apex. Apex is the former Peak 6. Trade, by the way, I pay them $10 a month. I trade stock, unlimited amount, zero. Not a hidden bullshit thing, zero. Get this, options, 0 cents per contract. I pay the standard regulatory fees, the standard OCC, phony baloney, whatever that is. I pay that the same like everybody else, but 0 cents per share. People have doubted me on that, and they've done the research, and then they've called me up and said, "Wild man, how in the world did they do that?" I don't know how they do it, but I don't pay any commissions. Okay, Lee, thank you. Ethan, thank you. Dylan, we've never met, even telephonically, but thank you. The new user interface is beautiful. I find that using the new interface allows me to not be focused on staring so intently at the screen, trying to see that little itty bitty type. Sorry, Ethan. Dylan's interface is better than yours. And what that does is it allows me to be free during the day to think about things, to look for other ideas, other strategies, scan options flow, do other things. So I'm very excited about that. Lee, I hope you have somebody that can edit these. and you use them however you need to use them. If you want to direct and write down questions and I'll answer those, or figure out a way to have you on the other side of my phone looking at me and doing an interview, I'm happy to do that. Anything that I can do to help. Because I'm not trying to be anybody's guru. I wake up to take your money, and if you make it easy for me, I'm going to do it. But I do believe in an honor among thieves, if you will. Not to say that market makers or traders are thieves, but if you're in this game, I respect that. If you're vying to be competitive, I respect that. I'm still trying to do better than you, and that means taking some of yours and putting it in with mine. But I'll do whatever I can to try to help, because I think that you return value where value's been given. And so I owe a great debt of gratitude to Rob Smith. His strat was the answer. It was the setting, or the final trigger indicator, that was so elusive for so long, because technical analysis typically doesn't work. It's completely subjective. Anyone who's honest will say that. So be honest with yourself. And I have a tremendous debt of gratitude to Lee for putting the machine together, to Ethan for doing all the great work to create the features and support the users the way that he does. So I believe you return value where value is received. You either mutually beneficial or you're a parasite, and I ain't no parasite. So let me know, Lee. I hope it goes good. Happy Thanksgiving. Talk to you soon.